Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the 90 Minute Podcast here on the podcast channel on YouTube, as well as the audio apps, Spotify, Apple, and anything else. Welcome to yet another week.
It's been a bit.
It's been a while. I mean, I'm sure you understand.
Well,
Easter,
parts of like
school, life.
There's only two of us here
There's
right
only
now.
two. It's myself, Liam, and Greg.
Greg,
today.
yep. Hello. But this is part of a reason why it's been so long.
Yes.
It's just been busy.
It's been very busy, and I'm sure you guys can understand. I mean, I'm sure your lives been busy as well, especially with Easter season and school, work, all that. So just regular life.
It's hard to get everyone together.
Yeah.
Liam was about to do the podcast alone today.
I was about to, but we're here today. Greg joined me, so
Yeah.
we got lots to talk about. A lot of football action, a lot of other things we're going to bring up as well. We're going to go over some of the results that happen around Europe and stuff like that. But before we get into that, let's do a special shout out to our sponsor, G Fuel. Make sure you use code 90minute at gfuel.com to get a discount on any and all products there. Flavors, shakers, stuff like that. Takes a big old sip there. There we go. Greg approves.
Delicious.
Greg approves. But yes, make sure to check out gfuel.com and use code 90minute. That's 90 and the word minute. Take yourself a discount on all of their products. Now, Gregory.
Football.
Champions have been crowned.
There has been, yeah.
Couple. Paris Saint-Germain has been crowned champions of Ligue 1.
After their
no massive shocks there.
No, but considering last year
And how shit they've actually been this year.
Yeah. It's
But they are champions. Lionel Messi did score in the game. It was a 1-1 draw that made them become champions.
Yep.
Really, I think Messi dominates a lot of the headlines at PSG, and more so how not great he's been. 4 goals and 13 assists so far this season. I mean, 13 assists is good.
Which is funny because if it wasn't Messi, that'd be like, wow, that's
decent numbers.
If someone like that, not Messi, came in PSG, got 4 goals, 13 assists, that's pretty good, decent, honestly.
But yeah, Lionel Messi, you expect
more.
30 goals, 30 assists kind of thing, which is unbelievable.
But he's been at Barcelona his whole career. Then going to PSG like that, you expect it to be a little off and everything, but
I think people expected him to go to the French league and not dominate, but be successful, which, I mean, he has been successful, just not the most personal sense. He hasn't scored the goals people have expected him to.
I know him, and then Mbappe, Neymar. It's a powerhouse team. It is.
It definitely is.
Does this kind of say, if Messi not doing as good, does it say that the French league isn't just
it's not a farmer's tin pot league?
Yeah.
I mean, I think if you look at the actual league table, there's not much competition happening.
No, there isn't. Like, compared to PSG, it's not. I don't like saying farmers league. I don't like that.
I mean,
but
PSG are sitting on 78 points, and second place Olympique Marseille is on 62.
Yeah, but like,
and you got
I do
Monaco
agree.
down in
Like,
fourth.
PSG just dominates, and it is.
Reigning champions Lille are down in 9th. So
yeah, they lost a lot of their players.
They
it's kind of a bit of a mess. Jonathan David's most likely going to leave.
Yeah.
It's too bad it's not more competition. Like last year, it was actually fun to follow it because it was really close and tight.
So we mentioned Messi having 4 goals, 13 assists. Neymar has 11 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah.
And then what I'm going to crown the king
the
of
man
PSG.
himself.
Mbappe has 22 goals and 14 assists in Ligue 1.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous numbers.
He is
reports coming out
insane.
that Mbappe may actually be convinced to stay at PSG. I don't believe that for a second, but
yeah, I don't know.
It was sporting director Leonardo saying, "Oh no, nothing's agreed yet with Real Madrid. We're still in talks with him. He's coming around. You can offer the man 2 million euros a week. I don't see him staying.
Yeah, I do agree with that. It's
time for him to move.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation, but I could see him staying at PSG more than Haaland staying at Dortmund, though. But I know that's like
yes, 100%.
But like,
well, do you want to move on to Borussia Dortmund?
Yeah, that's kind of why I was
they
bringing
really
it up,
upset me. Let me tell you.
Congratulations to PSG.
Yes,
they did do it, but
another champion. The Bundesliga has been won by Bayern Munich for the 10th year in a row. Shocking.
It's not really shocking.
No, it's shocking in terms of Borussia Dortmund because they're really upset me. The lack of ambition that this club has.
They're just very inconsistent.
No. There's small club mentality. Selling off your best talent to especially your rivals. How many players have you seen going from Dortmund to Bayern? Yes, I know Bayern has more money. Bayern has the draw. Bayern has Champions League. If you want to be a big club and contend for titles in your country, you can't sell your best talent to your biggest rival.
But then people are just going to stay there and be upset.
That's like Liverpool selling Mohamed Salah to City. That's dumb. That doesn't happen. Big dumb.
I mean...
No, big dumb. I'm sorry. I congratulate Bayern Munich. But really, Bayern Munich have not been the Bayern Munich that we're used to. Of course, they're knocked out of Europe already.
Yeah, which was
They haven't been the best in the league. They've been good, don't get me wrong, but they have not been the best in the Bundesliga. And yet they've had a down year.
Yeah, but they're still the champions, of course. Congratulations to Bayern Munich. They're
24 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses in the Bundesliga.
Which is an insane record. But like
seven times they drop points.
Yeah.
That should be in a normal season where Dortmund actually challenge. And that would be enough to.
And wasn't like most of their drop points to like lower teams. It wasn't just like, oh, they lost to Dortmund once and then they
the gap
Leverkusen.
In Germany. I mean, Bayern sitting on 75 points, Dortmund on 63, Leverkusen on 55, Leipzig on 54.
It was tighter for like top 4, but not as tight for the.
I was very excited going into the season, thinking, "Wow, we could get Leipzig could challenge, maybe Leverkusen, Dortmund, of course, with Haaland staying, Gladbach have an okay side, and nothing from nobody."
Yeah, Leipzig's in the Europa League semifinals, but
they are.
But other than that, like Dortmund got knocked out of the Europa League early
by Rangers. Leipzig could get knocked out by Rangers. They won't, but they could.
Yeah, it's.
But I mean, to the benefit of the doubt to Borussia Dortmund, they did miss Haaland for a good chunk of the season through injury.
Yeah, and he still scored a ridiculous amount of goals.
It's insane how one player this club seems to be.
They got Jude. Jude's good, but I know what you mean. It's just
18 goals, 7 assists in 21 matches played for Haaland. Great numbers, of course.
It's crazy.
And he will be leaving, like you said.
Yeah.
Looks like Manchester City has kind of agreed terms with him, kind of got the pen to paper.
I think that's where he wants to go. His dad, of course, there, and City have the numbers. They need a striker. It's just it's the perfect fit. I'm
gonna say something controversial.
Okay.
Bayern Munich have strolled to the Bundesliga here, but they were knocked out of the Champions League.
Yeah.
Is it time for this club to rebuild a little bit?
I mean, isn't Lewandowski going to promote? It seems like he's going to be leaving.
I look at the squad. Manuel Neuer's getting up there in age.
Yeah. But they've I know what you're saying, but they kind of are while they're still good. Like Upamecano.
Yes.
First season there, but he's very young.
They have a young Alphonso Davies, which I think Alphonso Davies, maybe this is an opportunity for him to leave.
Why would he need to leave?
Because there's bigger and better challenges out there. Actually, inside scoop. My dad knows Alfonso's agent.
Okay.
He shops from him.
Okay.
He was in yesterday.
Okay.
My dad goes, "Hey, this is the time for him to go. Manchester United need a new left back." And all his agent said was he looked at him and said, "There's talks." Like, oh, how serious is that talk?
Probably very little. Loves.
But he goes, "There's talks, And I think when you get to that level, there's always going to be talks. There's always going to be an agent saying, "Hey, is there an opening? How much would you ask for? How much would you want?" kind of thing.
Yeah, it's.
So yeah, but to go back to my point about maybe a little rebuild at Bayern Munich. You said Upamecano came in. I think defensively they have rebuilt a bit. I mean, Nicolas Tula is leaving.
Yeah.
Midfield wise, got Gnabry. You mentioned
Coleman.
You mentioned Jude. You mentioned Jude. I'm not talking about Jude. Jude's at Dortmund. But you got like Kimmich. You got Goretzka, who are a little older. They brought in Sabitzer, which was
Kimmich's not
getting a little 27.
He's in his prime. That's no reason to have someone leave.
I would never let him go. I think he is.
I think Bayern's fine because Coleman, Sané, Gnabry, they're all kind of like around in that area as well. I don't know
why they brought Marcel Sabitzer. I don't get that one, but
that one honestly is a bit of a. Maybe it's like if any of those players kind of got injured, especially
Thomas
like
Muller's 32.
Yeah, Thomas Muller.
Lewandowski's 33.
Musiala though.
Choupo-Moting's 33.
Yeah, Choupo-Moting. Musiala though,
Musiala's
he's gonna
coming
be
through. Yeah,
he's gonna be fantastic for them.
there's
He's
a lot.
already
There's
is.
a lot of young players. There's a lot of players getting maybe a little bit past their prime and a little bit too heavily reliant on these players.
Maybe.
The big question will be if Lewandowski does leave.
Of course, the amount of goals that man scores for fun is
He's
crazy. And will he leave?
He's a part of why they've scored 92 goals this Bundesliga season. I mean, if you look at
little
Lewandowski,
insane.
I mean, let's take a look at the goals he has scored. So they scored 32 goals. There's like 90 goals in the season. He has scored 33 of them. Not bad numbers. He just puts up a third of your team's goals.
More
Not
than a
bad.
third. And probably a good amount of assists too, and it's like still so.
Speaking about speaking about Alphonso Davies, though, he has won 4 titles now at Bayern Munich. Not bad for a child.
Yeah.
Not bad. He's still a child, and he's out here winning
He's
4
very
titles
young.
in a row. And the reason I want to bring up Alphonso Davies is because he is from Canada. He is from our hometown of Edmonton, and we need to bring up FC Edmonton. The Canadian Premier League is in full swing.
Yeah, it's been
exciting, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched much of it, but FC Edmonton's first 2 games at home, both of them draws. The first one was a ridiculous bicycle kick.
I did see that.
The second one was in the snow.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
then, yeah.
They went behind, and they came back. Actually, they fought back. They had a good spirit to them. They got a good goal to equalize. Their first away trip did not go to plan. They did lose 3-0 on the road to Forge FC of Hamilton. But you know what? Forge is a good club. They're well run. They got a good stadium. It's one of those things that.
I mean, FC Edmonton they were last, right? Like, and so they gotta.
Well, they weren't last going into it.
No, not like now. Last season.
Oh yes, last season
That's
they
what,
finished
last
bottom,
season. Yeah.
and there were a lot of pundits were saying they were going to finish dead last in this season because they struggled to put a team together.
Yeah.
They lost a lot of players, they lost a lot of funding, and they struggled to put a squad together. They have put together a team, a lot of lone players,
yeah.
you know.
But at least they're doing it. They're trying to put up a fight. They lost, like you said, they lost 3-0, but
they are 6th. They're not last.
You know what? At least
Calgary
they're
is
putting a
last.
fight.
Fuck you, Calvary.
I mean, there you go. Yeah. So.
But you know, there is some very good sides in the CPL. If you haven't checked it out, make sure you do follow us on Twitter and Instagram, where we will be posting a lot of not only FC Edmonton,
really trying to get
but
into
Canadian Premier League football.
League. Yeah, exactly.
We plan to go to some of the local matches here in Edmonton.
We already have. Brett
has.
did,
There is a video up on the YouTube channel, the main channel, so 90th Minute on YouTube. You can check that out. Watch his match day vlog kind of thing. But yeah, we will definitely put out more FC Edmonton and Canadian.
I think
football.
just like we want Canadian. This is a way to really help Canadian football try and get a 2026 World Cup here. It's trying to get more players and fans.
It's a very exciting league. It's growing. We've seen the introduction in, I think it was Quebec and in Ontario, where there's now a League One. There's actually going to be a bit of a football pyramid starting to grow in Canada, which is incredible to see because 10 years ago that was never even a realm of possibility.
It wasn't even like close. Nothing about it. It's nice to see it really on the rise.
I remember going to go watch FC Edmonton play in the NASL, the North American Soccer League, where none of the players were from Canada. None of the players were,
and you just didn't
anything, you know.
You didn't care. You didn't know anything. And honestly, that's it. You just didn't care. Yes. I went there and I was like, "This is cool," but I didn't care. It's actually nice to care.
They're putting together a team, a lot of young Canadian talent, a lot of young talent in general. And there's the 2 strikers came from German youth academies, where one made the German 19 national team, making appearances against England.
Yeah,
like there's actual talent here in Canada, and it's great to see that it's actually starting to grow and starting to become what it can be. And we love to see the fans get involved and more going to games, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But let's move it on. I wish Brett was here.
What do we got now?
Talk about Manchester United.
Yeah, I mean,
talk Premier League.
They lost again. We're recording this on Sunday, so
I don't understand Manchester United.
The team
on paper is fine. Erik ten Hag has been appointed as the new manager of Manchester United. He has a huge job at hand. He's got a redo the squad.
So Ten Hag is taking over as manager, and Ragnick's going up
Ragnick's
in the.
going to work on like behind the scenes,
Yeah.
backroom staff kind of thing, board, which is where he is better suited and actually prefers to be.
So lots to do.
The squad needs work.
Can they do it though? It's Manchester United. They should be able to.
Ralph Ragnick said that this is not necessarily a 5-year plan. This can be done in a season or two.
Yeah.
It just has to be the right players brought in, the right appointments, the right systems. But he also said this needs to be not a 2 or 3 player overhaul, but a 6, 7, 8 player overhaul, which I agree with.
Yeah,
I look at the starting 11 against Arsenal, where they did lose 3-1. Back line is not the strongest. I mean, Tellez, Dalot, I don't think are good enough starters. Maybe Dalot on his day is all right. But then you have Varane, Lindelof. Both are decent. You know, of course, Rafael Varane has had an incredible career, but he is on his way closer to, you know, he's 28.
And I think I think what you said about like Dalot and Tellez there, on their day, that's kind of like how you just see United in general. On their day, they are a fantastic team. Yeah. But most of the time, they're not on their day.
Midfield was Matic and McTominay. Again, both. I mean, Matic is on his way out. He's already announced. McTominay is a good off the bench midfielder, but he's not. I don't think he should be a starting midfielder. Midfield attacking wise is Sancho and Elanga on the wings and Bruno Fernandes at cam. Bruno Fernandes has had a piss poor season and he misses penalty. And he does not seem to be the Bruno that we all remember being.
No.
I don't know what's happened.
Yeah, I don't know. Did the Euros put him off a little bit? Ronaldo coming make him...
Ronaldo's been great. Ronaldo's been, I think, the best player for United. 16 goals, 3 assists in the Premier League. Jadon Sancho, for all the shit I give him and for his lack of numbers, 3 goals, 3 assists, he's actually performed all right. He's been dynamic and running at the back line.
He's trying. He's been a lot better than Rashford. And you can't really blame Elanga. He's a kid.
Child.
So it's...
David De Gea has also been brilliant. I know there's a lot of talking points about him. Should we let him go? I don't know why anyone will let David De Gea go. I think he's been great.
Yeah.
But you said Marcus Rashford...
It just...
Are his days at United over? I mean, how much longer? How many more chances can you give him where he's making such poor errors and just not looking...
It's not the Rashford that you say from, 2 years ago at least, where it's like he was just one of the best players in the Prem.
This summer at the Euros, I mean, he was exciting for England.
Yeah. It just hasn't worked out right this year. Just in general for United. They're in 6th. They're going to be in the Conference League most likely.
They were in that top 4 race. Then they fell into Europa League race, and now they're fighting for their lives in the race for the Conference League.
Yeah. Could
we see United without any European football next season? It's possible.
Probably not. They're going to get some sort of European football, but it's just what's
happened?
Pogba's on the way. Pogba,
I think
Ragnick said
he's out for the season now after his injury.
And it was his last game with Manchester United, and I think it's good to get Pogba out. I think it's good for Pogba, and it's good for Manchester United. Just kind of get a change there and everything. And
shout out to Arsenal though.
Yeah, no, Arsenal.
Good win for Arsenal.
You know, and then it goes to Spurs as well. I know
Thank you, Arsenal.
drew Brentford, but
Thank you, Spurs, for being Spurs. Jumping out of an airplane.
Yeah, of course. But like they both honestly had pretty good seasons considering.
I like that Eddie Nketiah is getting a chance up top. Of course, he scored the hat trick versus Chelsea.
Yeah,
great result there for Arsenal against Chelsea in the London derby. He then starts against United, doesn't get a goal, but Saka gets a goal.
They win 3-1. Yeah,
Tavares.
Yeah, but talking about Nketiah, like I'm pretty sure wasn't it Mikel said I made a mistake or something, like not playing him or whatever.
Mikel Arteta did not play Nketiah, and Nketiah said basically, well, if I don't get game time here, I'm gonna have to leave Arsenal to get game time.
And then he's actually played him, and
he's done well, and maybe this gives him another chance at Arsenal. Of course, Arsenal will be looking for a starting striker.
100% are. We say like Jonathan, or we're saying like Jonathan David, of course.
There's heavy links with Gabriel Jesus right now at the moment because City have pretty much said that he will be leaving, and they're going to be looking for options for him.
If they get Haaland, like they just don't need another player like that because they already have so many players that can go and play the number 9 role. It's like, do you need? Gabriel Jesus is really good.
Yeah, he's actually very good as of recently.
Yeah, and it's like, but if he's going to be that far down the pecking order, do you?
At times, Pep has preferred to play a false 9 with whether it's Bernardo Silva
De
or
Bruyne. Foden's played there. Sterling's played there.
And it's like, why has
everyone's played there?
Not been given this opportunity?
Basically, all their forwards or wingers have played there except Mars. Mars is like only for that right side.
Mars is a winger.
He's a right winger.
100%. But Arsenal have been in decent form as of recently, and they're starting to put together somewhat of a top 4. They are 4s at the moment, but they're starting to put together some top 4 form.
It's kind of Arsenal and Spurs fighting for 4th kind of right now.
They went through. They went through a bad patch.
Yeah.
Where they lost to Palace very convincingly, actually. They lost to Brighton, shocking, and then they lost to Southampton, shocking. Then they come back, they've beaten Chelsea and they've beaten United.
Yeah.
Next up, the games don't get easier for them. They away to West Ham, and they host Leeds, and then away to Tottenham. That game against Spurs on May 12th, last game
the North
of the
London derby is that
huge. That
should decide who's getting into the Champions League.
Yeah.
And this all depends as well. We have 2 English teams in the Champions League right now. So if any of them win, then there's another spot in the Champions League. So
so that race for top 4, top 5 can all change in a matter of days, kind of thing. It seems is every day that progresses, results in the Premier League or in Europe will dramatically affect it. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a very exciting end to the season.
And West Ham's in the Europa League as well.
West Ham.
So if they go on win the Europa League, there's another Champions League. It's basically all that, and then it goes for the other leagues as well. It changes a lot, but like with the amount of English teams in the European race like that, that changes how the Champions League.
It does. Villarreal, please don't win Champions League. Because if they win Champions League, they get a Champions League spot then. And because they're so low down in La Liga, that comes from the lowest coefficient, which is Scotland. And as of right now, Scottish title winner would get Champions League. Please, Villarreal, do not win.
Yeah.
I want Champions League football at Celtic.
So anyway, I kind of just want to go back to United for a quick second. It's like, so Ten Hag's in, Ragnick's going to go up. What do they need to do? What is the player you think?
They need to sell a lot. Harry Maguire, please leave.
I mean, that's their captain. Does he?
He got dropped already.
I know, but did that really make the difference?
No, and that shows it's not just his fault.
No, takes a lot of the blame. But.
And if I can sell Harry Maguire, even if it's for $7 and a Twix bar, I would take it. I would go really throw my money at Matthias de Ligt. He's worked well under Ten Hag. He'd be a much better upgrade. Him and Varane would be a very good partnership. Both intelligent, mobile center backs.
Yeah, I mean, Donny's going to come back. Can he get Ten Hag, get in his form under Ten Hag?
There's players at United that they are a team.
The Declan Rice situation is funny.
I don't think that happens.
I just it's so funny. Like they're putting a price tag at 150 million for Declan Rice, and then Declan Rice has been offered like $200K a week wages, and he's turning it down. I don't know. It's kind of just a mess. And no, I don't think anyone wants to pay that for Declan Rice. But
I still think he's trying to push for Chelsea.
Probably.
And I think Chelsea could have an opening for him.
Probably, yeah.
I don't know if Jorginho will stay. Even after how good as he's been the past season or two, he's been very poor this year.
I mean, Chelsea won 1-0 today.
They did over West Ham.
Yeah. But
Jorginho's penalty was shocking.
Shocking. Chelsea are in a bit of a mess right now. Let's just say that they need to get everything sorted out. In a way, they're kind of like United, but in probably a better. I don't know. Kind of hard to say. Their situation's a little more. They can't really do anything about it.
I mean, they do. They just need to sell. And they need to move on and try their best to just rebrand almost in a sense. Just figure themselves out a little off the field. But We talked about Arsenal.
Yeah.
Talk about Tottenham a little bit. It's about their top 4 race. Christian Eriksen played Tottenham for Brentford.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I liked it. They're all giving him hugs in the tunnel.
Yeah, no,
it was good to see.
I'm not sure if it's true, but I think I saw that Christian Eriksen or Brentford is unbeaten when Christian Eriksen's in the starting 11.
Oh.
So like, you know what? Because you think like Norwich and Watford and Brentford all came up from the championship last year. Brentford was the team that was lowest. They won the playoffs, but I predicted that Brentford would actually be a good team.
Brentford sitting there right now in 12th on 40 points.
Really good.
Watford with 22 and Norwich with 21. I hate. Fulham and Norwich come up. They look great. They don't give a shit about the Premier League. They just go right back down. The two of them are just yo-yos. One's up, one's down. One's up, one's down. Can someone just figure it out and stay up?
I mean, well, I guess we can go to that.
Because you're going to be relying on a 78-year-old Mitrovic who can score a couple goals in the championship. He's the greatest goal scorer in the world. The man can only bag against QPR. He goes up against Alisson and Ederson and he goes, oh, what do I do? Fuck off. Figure yourselves out. Please. You know I'm not wrong.
No,
I'm not wrong.
Last year, Mitrovic didn't really get the opportunity, in my opinion. Scott Parker it was kind of a mess. And then the year before, the Premier League before, we had 3 managers.
That's true.
3 or 4 different managers that season, and that was just a mess. That season, we actually couldn't defend. Like that, like we scored goals, but what we conceded the most goals out of like the entire world of football or something. It was ridiculous. Then last year, we couldn't score. Mm-hmm. Like we didn't bring in
players, or was it system? Because Mitrovic can score in the championship, so why can he not score in the Premier League?
No, Scott Parker had a system where it was really play to not lose, I would say, and
you lose a goal or two.
I mean, it's funny. It's funny because we got 4 points off of Liverpool that season. And Liverpool were having an off year, of course, but like
they were today during the
Liverpool
derby,
this year.
They were talking about how the last Merseyside derby, the center back pairing for Liverpool was Phillips and Henderson.
Yeah, exactly.
And Henderson had to go off injured halfway through the game.
No, so I'm not like saying like, oh yeah, like great, like, but like we'll probably get destroyed from them next year. So Fulham's back.
Fulham are they've won the league.
No, not yet.
No, they've just guaranteed promotion.
If we beat Bournemouth, we conceded a penalty in the last second of the game, and they scored. Dominic Solanke has scored against us, and then
you've guaranteed promotion, but you haven't guaranteed the league yet.
Yeah, we're like
you need them to, otherwise you get R9 haircut.
Yeah. They're gonna get it. There's like no
matter
way.
of time kind of thing.
Yeah.
Do you think they can stay up?
It's very early on.
Yes.
The Cons have already given like Fulham 100 million basically for the transfer window. It's
AEW baby, go to some wrestling, make us some money. We'll throw it into Fulham. Let's do it.
Yeah, no, we need some defensive structure.
Sold Fabio.
It's according to rumors and stuff, it's not 100% like confirmed and everything yet.
Said yes.
It's kind of I know it is gonna happen. It is happening, but like everyone's just like, oh, it's not, like they're saying it's not, but it is happening. It's sad. He's great. I think he'll do really good under Liverpool.
He'll actually develop into a top talent.
I hope so, and I think he can.
If he can come up and grow at a similar rate to Luis Diaz, who has come in and just done incredible at Liverpool.
It's going to be difficult to try and get into that team.
I don't see him getting many first team minutes.
But then you also see Harvey Elliott, especially even like the beginning of this year, he was doing really good.
Ben Doak. Ben Doak's at Liverpool now.
Is he?
Yep. You know who Ben Doak is?
No.
He left Celtic.
Okay, there you go.
Celtic youth team, and he looks like a great talent actually. And he went
and we were talking about this before the podcast. A lot of like young players and players in general want to go to Liverpool. Just it's a good place to go.
Even though it's so tough to get into that first team, you think the system's there.
Look at the young players that are actually getting game time. Everyone's like I want to go there. Like you want to work under Jurgen Klopp and the coaching staff, and
I want a Jurgen Klopp hug. Okay, that's all I want in life.
It's great. Who wouldn't want that?
But yeah, so we talked about the top 4 race. Let's talk about Liverpool. Talk about Manchester City. It seems like the two of them are just gonna battle out in every competition for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
Liverpool beat them in the FA Cup. Decent performance. I mean, they were 3-0 up at halftime. Yes, it was 3-2 final.
Yep.
They're 1 point difference at the top of the Premier League. They're going head to head. It looks like
City's 1 point.
City's ahead. They're going head to head in the Champions League. It seems. I mean, I think that could be the final.
I still think right now Liverpool will win the Champions League and City will win the title. I don't see City
has to drop points.
I don't see City dropping points, so I see City winning the title.
Who does City have?
But
left?
who
does City have?
It was like
they've got.
Yeah, you go ahead and do the schedule.
They're away to Leeds.
Yep.
They host Newcastle. Away to West Ham, and then they host Villa.
Not easy.
Not the easiest. I think they beat Leeds convincingly.
Yeah.
Newcastle. Can Newcastle do something?
Newcastle's interesting.
They've been vibing recently.
They've been real good.
West Ham. If West Ham need to pick up points to finish Europa League spot, maybe West Ham do something.
Yep.
Villa. Stevie G and Villa Coutinho. They want to win a title for Liverpool. That's it. Final day. I said that though. I did. I said that like a month ago. I said they're gonna win every single game. The City Liverpool game will be a draw. Every game will be won by the two teams.
Steven Gerrard and Coutinho is going to win Liverpool the title. It'd be great, but I don't see it though. I don't see City
at Liverpool's final fixtures. So of course, they won the Merseyside derby today over Everton. A big old Divock Origi comes on and does things.
Yep.
They are away to Newcastle. They host Tottenham. Away to Villa, and they host Wolves.
It's not the easiest again as well, but the thing is,
so good.
You don't see Liverpool or City dropping points, but then they do. Like it kind of just happens every once in a while. It's football. It happens.
I actually don't see either team losing.
But that's the thing. I don't either. Yeah. But it can happen, and only time will tell.
It's a great title race.
Of course, they have the chance to face off in the Champions League final if they both go through the semifinals.
So you think Liverpool will win the Champions League?
Maybe. I don't know. It's hard to say.
If Liverpool win the Champions League.
I'm usually the person that says City will win the Champions League and then they don't win. So the time I probably say that they won't win, they will win. So I don't know. Real Madrid City is going to be an interesting tie.
That's a tough one, actually. If Liverpool win the Champions League, can we give the Ballon d'Or to Mohamed Salah? 22 goals in the Premier League so far, including 13 assists. Champions League, he's got 8 goals. FA Cup, he has only 0.
He probably, yes. I mean, especially if Liverpool go on. Okay, let's just say this: if Liverpool win the quadruple, he has to get it, right? Like he has to.
If Liverpool go on to win the quadruple, we're talking about one of the most successful teams of history.
Because we're still very, very, very early on. Like we're in April right now.
Yeah,
like before a Ballon d'Or, there's a lot of football still to go.
But
does the World Cup finish before the Ballon d'Or? How does that work? Actually,
I actually don't know because the World Cup has never been in the winter before.
Exactly. So does that count for that year, or does that count for the...
I'm sure it will play an effect on the voters' minds.
Because that's a bit, especially recently biased. If it's like that, I'm not entirely sure. Let us know in the comments down below.
Because I think at the moment, you'd have to say the race is probably between Salah and Benzema.
And then both are in the Champions League.
Yep.
If Real Madrid go and win the Champions League,
Benzema gets it.
He has to. With the goals he has scored in the Champions League, and they're going to win the title as well.
They're going to win La Liga.
Yeah,
that'd be 2 title trophies for them.
And he's been absolutely outstanding in both. Like I think it's between Benzema and Mohamed Salah.
You can say comfortably, it's not Messi or Ronaldo.
Yeah.
But then again, Ronaldo could go on and win the World Cup.
But does that also matter?
No.
Ronaldo's had a good season for a really lackluster Manchester United.
Yeah.
But
they're not going to any trophies at United.
Yeah, so it's not just individual. It's based on your team as well.
It is,
like,
100%.
They really do take in mind of the trophies you win and everything. So
I'm gonna give my vote to Mohamed Salah for Ballon d'Or. Even if they don't win Premier League,
he's already won one cup.
Yeah, one trophy already. Just the goal scoring, just his. I don't know. And it brings me on to the other point. If Liverpool let this man walk out the door for free, I will be so.
It's
angry. I'll be so upset. Give the man what he wants. If Salah wants to rename Anfield into Salanfield, do it. Do it. Welcome to Salanfield. You'll never walk alone. Do it, baby. I don't care. Whatever you want.
That's not just how it works.
It is how it works.
That's not how it works.
You can't just
pay him ever.
This is the greatest player Liverpool have had in a generation. Better than Fernando Torres. He's right up there with Stevie G. He's right up there.
I don't disagree. Liverpool have been absolutely insane.
In importance to Liverpool, he's right up there with Stevie G.
Ever since Liverpool's... it's just he's not a grown boy from Liverpool.
He doesn't go for chicken. That's the only word I could say in Scouse. In my opinion, is chicken. Trent. Actually, I was thinking about this a couple days ago. What is the greatest fullback and winger partnership in the world? Would it just be Trent and Salah?
Are we talking about past as well, or just
at
right
the
now?
Moment. Trent Salah, it's right up there. I count Cancelo, Mahrez.
Yeah, I don't know. It probably is Trent. I was just thinking, Salah. Going forward,
if you're naming like wings, like attacking wings, yeah, I think Salah and Trent are just incredible. Robbo and Mane are not bad. They don't put up the numbers that the other side do, but
right now it's Diaz on the wing. But Trent Salah is just such a good combo going down the wing, because once Trent overlaps, he really allows Mohamed Salah space on his left foot to cut in, and then if you give the ball to Trent, he's got such a good delivery with his right foot that in that situation, it's probably Trent and Salah. They're absolutely fantastic.
What about?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm just kind of also thinking of Liverpool right now, and it's hard to really. You kind of just came out off the spot like that.
Well, I was just thinking about a couple of days ago. I was like, huh.
Yeah.
So yeah,
the Premier League though, it's been
exciting. It's been very good. There's been a lot of good moments.
Let us know who you think is in the race for the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
if it's Benzema or
Ballon d'Or, we'll be definitely heating up very soon.
Benzema or Salah, because those two are the main ones for me right now.
I don't see anyone else really putting out numbers or competing at Man City are more of a squad.
Yeah, they don't have any individuals that are just doing insane. Like Kevin De Bruyne's probably their. Who's City's actually top goal scorer? I'm actually curious about that. And then we can move on.
Jesus has 7 goals in the Premier League. Raheem Sterling has 10 goals in the Premier League.
Yeah.
Mahrez got 11.
Yeah, they can't. It's not just
Billy Foe's got 8. Gundogan's got 6.
It's just a bunch by multiple
Bernardo
people.
Silva has 8. Kevin De Bruyne has 11.
Yeah, it's literally just spread out. City is just a unit, and then put Haaland in that. Oh dear God!
If Haaland can come out in the Premier League
like he
has in the Bundesliga, man, and I think he will. I think Haaland is so perfectly suited for the Premier League.
You're telling me
fast.
You're telling me Fulham has to play Man City. Man City already has. They destroy Fulham every time they play them, which I swear to God is a lot, considering they not even in the same league right now.
Yeah.
And you're telling me Haaland is going to be at the front now?
I think the perfect link up will just be João Cancelo whipping it into Haaland's big old
just
dome.
Outside the boot, right to Haaland.
Hey, find the big man in the box. He's going to out jump and out muscle half the center backs in the Premier League. And even if it doesn't go to his head, at his foot, the man's a great goal scorer,
Yeah.
and he'll finish most chances.
But anyway, I think we've talked about the Premier League enough.
we have.
We want to go to a sad story. It is
What's sad?
Derby County.
Oh,
It is. It's
Derby County have officially been relegated from the championship. It's
Yeah.
not their fault.
we let them beat them, or we let Derby beat us. No,
Did you let them?
Yeah, well, we could have clinched like the
Yes, yeah.
the promotion,
You were like, oh, Derby needs the 3 points.
but then we won a 3-0
Yeah.
at home, and it was great with the fans. Honestly, watching that,
I feel so bad for Derby County. I mean, all of the points that they got taken away from the deduction, and I get it. It's due to financials, due to
it happens. but
it's behind the scenes.
it just sucks when you like a team that doesn't deserve to be relegated like that is relegated, and we've seen it happen. It just
They do.
I know
they
you have
don't.
I know you have a little
I love
special.
Derby
Yeah,
County.
you
Derby
got a
County is my team. But at the same time,
They should be like a mid-table club in the championship, which honestly, the championship is one of the hardest leagues in the world. It's
Yeah.
to actually play good and get points in, and they should be like a mid-table team, and they're getting relegated.
what you're not considering is that Derby County are only good at home. They've gotten so in total, Derby County have 31 points.
Yeah.
So they're 23rd.
What is it like? They got just an insane record at home now.
Well,
So he's just saying a bunch of bullshit.
No, I know they're not good at home. I know they are not. They're not good on the road. They're only good at home. But this is not correct math here. I'm just trying to figure out why it's saying this. But I should have looked at this before.
Because the points deduction, you're probably not.
That's what it is. Oh yeah. Okay. Now I can say it then.
Yes, go
thank
ahead.
you. 31 points in total.
Yep.
At home, they have won 40 points, which would put them 10th. Away from home, they have only won 12 points,
Okay.
which puts them 22nd. So really,
So they'd be about a mid-table club.
away from home, they get relegated. At home, they stay up. They're mid-table.
But you like a part of a good team is having a good fortress at home. Sounds funny to say, but
And they're only -9. Like, okay, Barnsley's bottom, negative 32 goal difference.
Barnsley's an interesting situation because they
Peterborough-
were
They were decent.
They were in the playoffs last year.
Peterborough are 22nd, right above Derby. They're negative 46 goal differential. There's Derby County -9. Shout out to Derby.
I mean, like,
I hope Wayne Rooney stays. I think he will.
and bring him back up.
I think he will.
It'd be nice. I hope so.
But
But
they can get his natural finances behind him and actually rebuild that team. Actually rebuild, not like United rebuild, where they have 200 million to spend, but actually rebuild with young talent, good players coming in, build a new system, invest in the youth, which is what he's done this entire season.
Liam is just thinking about his career
I
mode
would love
next year.
to. I might do a Derby County career mode next year. Bring him
Even
back up.
do it now. Just put him down there, and then
Bring him back. They'll let players go. I think the Polish boys will leave.
Yeah.
Bielik and Fast Poland. What the fuck was his name? What the hell's his name? Fast Poland. What's his name?
I don't know.
What's your name, Fast Poland? I don't know.
You don't. I don't even. No one knows what you're saying. Anyway, I hope Fulham can do good in the Premier League next season, but got to win the title first. There's a few games left, so go from there.
Fulham won't stay up.
Probably not. I hope they do.
As of right now in the playoff, there's Huddersfield, Nottingham Forest, Luton Town, and Sheffield United. Could the Blades come back?
Yeah, they've had an interesting season as well because they were not great at the beginning, but they've been good recently. So the championship, the playoffs are always they're fun. Honestly, in the championship,
there's a title race in Italy happening between the two Milan clubs.
Yeah,
Inter Milan top of the table on goal difference only 72 points. AC Milan 72 points, but behind on goal difference by quite a bit.
It's close.
It's going to go to Inter.
Most likely.
Milan are playing right now, though. AC Milan
What's the score?
it just started.
Just started. Oh, okay.
They're away to Lazio, which is not an easy game. Lazio are 6th, needing the win to stay in the Europa Conference League qualification spot. Jose Mourinho's Roma has not had a fun time as a result. That's interesting. It's just a weird team. They're just weird. They go on great runs and then they just absolutely fall apart at the same time.
Doesn't that just kind of just sound like Jose
Mourinho
right now?
Like they get smashed by Inter 3-1. Then they draw Napoli. They beat Salernitana. Salernitana. Broke over here.
I think you are.
They smashed Lazio 3-0. They drew Udinese. They drew Hellas Verona. They drew Sassuolo. If you just beat these shit teams, Jose, you'd be in a title race. Lost to Cagliari.
Jose just can't do it.
Drew Sampdoria.
He can't do it.
Smashed Atalanta 4-1. Then the next week, 4 days later, they draw to Sampdoria. Figure it out, Jose.
Italy.
Anyways.
Celtic?
Well, we lost to Rangers in the cup.
That was like last week, wasn't it?
It was last week, but it was Sunday, so a week ago. We didn't deserve to win. We played poor. Rangers go to extra time in the Europa League, and I go perfect. This is good. They're going to be tired. They're not going to be able to fight, or especially if it goes to extra time.
Do you think
cup. It goes to extra time in the cup? Rangers are outworking us. They're outrunning us. They're out passing. I go, excuse me. Celtic, you've been off for a week. Rangers have just played a game, and why are you tired?
Do you think Celtic overlooked Rangers because you guys beat them pretty badly?
Maybe
like the
a
time
little
before,
bit, but I think at the same time, I think we did have some very serious players missing, especially Giamakis up top, the big striker.
Mm-hmm.
He does so well against Rangers just by holding the ball up, pissing them off, being a little shithouse up top, and it's just it definitely adds to. We had Maeda, the Japanese, more of a winger. He's playing through the middle. He's great. He can run and run and run, but he's not a hold-up player, and he's not.
And you were playing him like up front, like that?
Yeah, he was in the middle. Yeah, and it's like if the ball goes in behind, no one can catch him. But because it's such a tight game where it's a midfield battle, there was no opportunity to put him in behind. It really needed a center forward to hold up the ball, get a knockoff Tom Rogic or something like that, and get a goal. And
it just wasn't happening.
It wasn't there. Yeah. And you know what? Fair play to Rangers. They've done very well in cup competitions, Europa League and the Scottish Cup.
In the big games, they're
going to the final against Hearts. So we'll see who wins that one.
It seems like
but we're 6 points clear at the
top of the guys table. Are going to win the. And I think you care more about that.
Don't say we're going to, because there's a lot of games.
I haven't, but I think you guys care more about that than you do.
I saw zero chance of Celtic winning the league this year. When Ange came in, I said this is a 2 to 3 year rebuild. Get rid of the old players and bring in a new young crop of players. They've
get rid of the old players. He brought in Joe Hart.
Joe Hart's been good so far. I hated Joe Hart, but he's been good. Shout out to Joe Hart. But no, they've brought in some good young players. They brought in the Japanese players, the Jota. They've brought in Juranovic at fullback. I really like Kyogo. He scored today.
Yeah, it'll be nice if you win the league. Then like you said, if Villarreal don't, you get that automatic, because Celtic have struggled in qualifications for recently. So just put them in the groups. They're in the Champions League groups.
If we win the league, and then we get automatic qualification to the Champions League, it's about 30 to 40 million pound. Like you win that much money. Yeah. I guarantee the next day Celtic go, hello, we would like to purchase Jota and Cameron Carter-Vickers on permanence. Thank you. Take our money now.
You think do you think they're enjoying it? They want to get a permanent here?
I think Carter-Vickers is more likely. He's about 6-7 million is going to cost.
Yeah.
Yes, there's been links with him going to teams like Leicester, maybe Crystal Palace, maybe. But I think he'd rather play at a team where he thinks he could start every week. Especially with Champions League football, why would you not choose that over a mid-table Premier League side? But money talks at the end of the day.
Yeah.
For Jota, Celtic have the first option to buy.
Yeah.
It's up to the player then. The thing is, will Benfica say, hey, you've done so well, why don't you play for Benfica?
Exactly.
Or hey, let's sell him off to Sevilla or this or that, and actually play. He's been on loan in Spain before. It didn't work out for him, but I think Carter Vickers is more likely than Jota, but I think both can stay.
So it'll be interesting. I'm excited for the window. The window's going to be the summer window with Manchester United being like a mess and seeing how that'll go. Newcastle, for one,
having money behind
Newcastle is going to be like, they've had a good season, so I don't think they're just going to go. Well, they've had a better season since the takeover on Eddie Howe. He's done really good considering that team was. Were they in
relegation?
Yeah, I don't know if they're in last place, but they were in like.
So the question for Newcastle would be: do they need 4, 5, 6 players, or do they need 2 or 3?
Maybe just like 2 or 3. Just sort out a few.
But is it now going to be a question of we have a decent starting 11, but when they get tired and we bring on our squad players, they're shit.
The thing is, and like a big thing that's, of course, we talked about before, but 5 subs next year in the Premier League. It makes a big difference actually for how people want to sort out their squads and everything.
You need to have at least 5 very viable, very good options on the bench.
It's dumb that the Premier League didn't have that before, and I especially think with like, I'm not sure how it is for the Championship, if the Championship's getting it as well.
Okay,
but like, because 3 subs in the Championship is not.
Yeah.
It's not a lot, considering 46 games though.
It's a lot.
That's a long season.
I mean, you look at Premier League sides. Premier League, if they're in Europe, if they're in the FA Cups for a while, there's a lot of games being played.
Yeah.
And I mean, a little bit more rotation of these players will help in the long run.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to talk about outside of football? It's finally becoming somewhat summertime outside.
Springtime.
Somewhat. It snowed last week.
Our season is our football season is starting very soon.
Is it?
Yes,
Do we have a team?
Yes. Oh. I have to talk to you about that.
All right. Oh god.
Liam's got to get in shape now.
To run. First standing in goal.
But no, I don't think there's anything to really talk about.
Make sure you use code 90minute at gfuel.com. Again, shout out to G Fuel for being a longtime supporter of the 90th minute and giving us the discount code, stuff like that. So check out gfuel.com. If you've never tried their products, you get the flavors, you get the shakers, you get merch even.
Yep.
Check them out. Use code 90 and the word minute for a discount there. Make sure you are following us on both YouTube channels, both the 9th Minute on YouTube and the 9th Minute Podcast channel on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, all that good stuff.
Yeah, if you're still here, we do very much appreciate everyone being here.
Yeah. And
if you comment
apps,
down, the audio apps especially, like
Spotify, Apple, all that good stuff. We don't give you as much love, but we do appreciate you guys listening.
It's been a bit since we've done one, but
this
was fun. I'm happy we are, and hopefully we'll have one.
Hopefully we get back into the routine and rhythm. Hopefully you get more content coming to you on the 90th Minute across all platforms. We've got some plans in place.
Yep.
So, from myself, Liam, and Greg, and the rest of the 90th Minute, thank you for watching and listening. It's been yet another week in the beautiful game. We will see you next time.
See you later.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.